Says it's scheduled still.
There we go.
Okay.
We're live.
Hello.
Hey, everybody. Well, welcome to the Pop Art edition this week. And before we get started, I just wanted to say, if you're viewing and you want to be a participant in some of what's going to come up next in the brief, just have a piece of paper and a pencil handy so you can just take some quick yes or no, because we are going to have a pop art pop quiz. But before we get to that, let's do some introductions, and I'm going to start with LaVon, and she's on the top row. So
Okay. I'm actually going to try this. It never works for me.
You got to do it whichever way doesn't feel comfortable.
Right, I just did it this way. Is that right? If I'm pointing at Mara?
Right. I'm here, yes.
Okay, because it looks like I'm pointing at the wall. Anyway, I'm LaVon from Statement Designs, and we're glad you're here tonight because we're excited about this pop art situation thing. We love challenges. I do anyway. So I've been doing this thing for about 10 years now, a little bit more, and I flip furniture on my Statement Designs channel, and I do thrift flips and smalls on Tuesday Talk channel. I sell the stuff that I make on Tuesday Talk on my website, statementdesigns.org. And I'm a brand ambassador for Made by Marley, and I do a little color consulting for a cabinet painting company. And that's about it. So, Dar.
Point at DIYs right. By Dar. Here I am down here on the bottom. I'm DIYs by Dar. And I have a YouTube channel, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, Etsy shop. I like being like robotic here. I'm a brand ambassador for Made by Marley Decoupage paper. I have a booth, and I sell on a couple other stores. And I've been a furniture artist for pushing 5 years now. It's a lot of fun, and I like to hang out with these ladies here because we have a lot in common.
I like it.
You definitely do.
My turn. Hey, everybody. I'm Crystal, the Crafty Creech DIYs and Furniture Flips. And I'm a furniture artist myself. And I'm a reseller. So I'm always out hunting for a good deal, something I can turn around and flip and make a profit on. I love crafting, repurposing, but furniture is definitely my favorite. I'm also on all of those places that Dara talked about. I'm at all those places too, so come find me.
Okay. And I'm Mara Fanning, and I have Borderline Furniture, and I like things in their broken state, and I like to reimagine furniture. And I got started during COVID, so I've been kind of just doing my own thing since then. So tonight, I'm super excited to announce that we're going to do a pop art furniture presentation. And does pop art have a place on furniture? And we'll see this coming up here. And I'm going to give you guys a pop art furniture quiz. But let's get right into the video. Whoops, I don't want to do that. I almost X'd out of the screen. Okay, hold on a second there.
I've done it.
That would just be tragic, wouldn't it? Let me share my screen.
Did anybody notice the corner up there, the little Flippin' Bunch logo, how it's pop art? Isn't that fun?
I love it. I think we look really cute in pop art style.
I do too.
So I just wanted to throw in here. So I hit that show comments on stage because I haven't seen any comments yet. Yet we had people watching. So trying to, I don't know why that's been weird lately, but you know.
Yeah, we had that. We had that happen last week.
Let us know if you're trying to comment, message one of us, and then we'll.
So we're going to be talking about pop art and what it is and what it isn't. So you might imagine it might be one thing and it may be something completely different. And then we'll take a look at some things that you might think yay or nay. It is or it isn't on furniture. So here it is. Here's our first one. Here's our first question. Do you, and Flippin' Bunch, don't answer out loud. Just write it down.
All right, you're cutting in and out. At least you are on mine.
Okay. Can everybody else hear me?
I can hear you okay.
Okay. So Flippin' Bunch, don't answer this one, but just write it down. And if you're a viewer, just write a yes or no. Do you think this first image is pop art? Yes or no? And I should have had that music. Do 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 do.
Yeah. Did it go up yet, or are we waiting?
I don't see an image.
You don't see an image?
No.
Well, I'm sharing my screen here. I don't understand it. Oh, wait a minute. Why isn't it sharing? Oh, never mind. I got it. Sorry, everybody. Your screen, share. I apologize. Here we go.
There we are. Ooh, okay. Is this one?
Yes or no?
This is number one.
This is number one.
Okay. Okay. All right. I got my answer. I'm ready.
Okay.
That's fun.
Number two.
Okay. I got mine up.
Number three.
Okay.
Number four.
Okay. Some of these are a little on the tricky side, but Okay.
Guys, everybody ready for number six?
Okay.
And this is the last one.
Okay.
And Crystal, you're the only one I can hear.
Oh. Okay.
We're not
maybe
talking.
Okay. All right.
We're
Maybe I'm
too busy taking this involved test.
I'm the only big mouth here. Okay.
I want to make sure I'm not sharing my screen now. I shouldn't.
Okay. Nope. No screen is shared.
Okay. All right. And we got some folks on. Okay, good. All right. So for number one, this is the Grey Garden design.
Okay.
Yeah. So I need from the Flippin' Bunch. Well, first of all, I need from the audience. What do you guys think? Yes or no? Let's see if I
So
can
this
get
is the
audience.
sofa. Is the sofa pop art or not pop art?
I don't see any answers. I guess they're waiting for you guys. So what do you say? Yes or no?
Oh,
yes.
Gretchen said yes.
Yes.
What do you guys say?
I
Yay
said yes.
or no?
I
Yes.
said yes.
Yay.
Lavon, what do you say?
Okay, can anyone hear me or see me?
Yes.
I can see you, but you're frozen.
Because I feel like I've been totally, like everybody keeps going away to Darnia.
Oh, I'm here alone though.
You're
Okay. I'm
on
gonna go
screen,
out.
but you're frozen.
I'm back in.
Okay.
Okay, moving on.
Yes.
Yeah. We're saying yes.
Yes.
Number two, and Lavon may have to go out and come back in. I'm not sure, but number two was the graffiti. So the graffiti image. Do you think that is pop art? Yes or no? That would be
Yes.
Yes. You think?
I think
Yes.
no. I think no.
Okay,
I think yes.
we got a yes.
Uh-oh,
and a no.
Lavon is stuck.
Are
Lavon,
you back, Lavon? What do you think this one is? Yes or no?
pop art or not pop art?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Molly can-
I'm trying to leave the studio.
What do you think? Pop art or not pop art?
Okay, Gretchen says maybe.
Maybe. Okay.
Yeah.
So that was 2. So number 3 were these really cool tables.
Yeah, those are fun.
Yeah. I would say yes, pop art.
Pop art.
I think so too.
Okay. Here is this, and this reminds me of something that Crystal did. with
Oh, the suitcase. Gretchen says she's cheating. Oh,
I don't think that one's pop art. I don't know why, but
I don't think
Okay.
that one is either. I think that's more like whimsical.
All right. And then we have, you
I
know
think
what?
there was one
I
more.
know this one, yeah. The cat one, this one.
I don't think that's pop art either. It's whimsical.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so.
And then we have this one.
No,
I'm gonna say yes.
Okay.
that was hard. No.
That was hard.
Some of them are tricky. I mean,
That was
you
so
know,
hard. That was such a hard test. Well,
who
so
failed and who passed?
this is going to be good because we have a mixture of people who are saying yes and some that are saying no. So this is going to be fun. I hope Levon gets back on. I know she's going to be disappointed. She's missing out.
Yeah.
She must have moved. She must be having trouble with the reception.
Yeah.
Okay. I am going to go ahead and share my screen and we're going to get into it. And I wish there was a way to kind of keep us on screen and my screen on screen, but I just can't. I can't see a way to do that right now. So share my screen.
Okay, so Gretchen said yes, that was pop art too. She said no to the cat.
No to the cat. Okay. Right, entire screen. Share. Sorry, it's a little convoluted to get this going.
Oh, but we are. We're on the side. Okay.
So, pop art. This emerged in the 1950s to 1960s, and it was basically a way to stick it to the man, if you want to think of it that way.
Stick it to the man. I don't get it.
Oh my gosh. In the 1960s, it was all about sticking it to the man, right?
Yes.
So,
Yes.
yeah, so it was kind of just like to say we're tired of this abstract expressionism, and you can see it here on the left-hand side. And you had to be specially trained in art to understand the emotion behind it or whatever. And they were calling this like high art, which I can see why they wanted to get away from this because it's just horrible. So anyway, so it was just a way to get away from that. And they just basically wanted to make art that everybody could understand instead of the scribbles on the left.
Yeah. Oh, Gretchen said Warhol and Lichtenstein, right? Are those the artists?
Yep.
Wow. Woo! Go
Yay.
for Gretchen!
Yep. So she's going to get 5 points there.
High five.
So in looking at pop art, if you were to guess what country this originated in, could you just by that image guess? Not all flipping bunch, but maybe we can get some audience participation.
Okay.
Like
Should I write it on my card?
you can.
Okay.
You're not going to be able to see it though because my screen's taking up all the room. But
Okay.
so does anybody have any idea online?
Gretchen says USA.
Nope.
Okay. Well, I could see how she would guess that because of the red, white, and blue.
Yep. Any other guesses? How about flipping bunch? You guys guess?
I have a guess.
Okay.
London or Britain.
Yep. UK. That's really where it started, is in the UK.
Okay.
And then, of course, it really took off in the USA.
It's fun.
Yep. So we're going to take a look at some of the key artists here. And Richard Hamilton is kind of where all of this began in the UK. And if you want to think of pop art, it's that commercial culture or the consumer culture. And so Richard Hamilton has these early collages, and, you know, I guess that's what makes this type of pop art.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, so he's the one that kickstarted it,
Okay.
where it all began. And then, of course, you know, once it hit the USA, things changed a bit. So here's some examples of Richard Hamilton's work. Here's one.
Oh,
And then
it
here's
almost looks like
another-
magazine clippings or something, and or
Yeah.
or catalog clippings.
Collaging, yeah, like collaging.
And I grew up in the 60s. I remember collage a lot. Like that was like a thing, you know. Oh, let's make some art. Let's cut out some pictures out of a magazine.
Yeah.
So anyway, you have that. And then if you can see my pointer, you can kind of see these bold colors in here. So they have
Yeah.
some bold colors, some black and white, so, you know, and then some of this, you know, consumers of these TV images. And then I can't quite explain this one. Sorry.
Okay.
But I mean, there's, you know, a funky 1960s looking two of them chairs. And then you see the bold colors. And then you see the collage
Yeah.
image.
And they're all primary colors too.
Mhm. Yep.
Interesting. Very. It's. I mean, like, are these? Is this a picture, like a piece of art for the wall, or are these actual pieces of furniture?
This is, no, I'm sure this is furniture. And then they, again, collaged it. This is,
Okay.
yeah, this is Hamilton's art.
Okay.
I think you can see down there, it's numbered in the corner.
Oh, okay. I see it now. I see the signature. So this is not like functioning furniture then.
And so when I saw this image, it reminded me of this.
Yes.
Partridge Family bus. So
Oh my goodness.
anyway, I don't know if the bus, well, I know the bus didn't inspire the picture, but maybe the picture inspired the bus. I'm
Yeah.
not sure.
Maybe.
Okay, let's go on to the next
Well,
one.
Gretchen has a cool comment. She said, I'm excited to add Hamilton to my pop art repertoire. I actually went to a book signing by Andy Warhol in the 80s.
Oh my gosh.
Wow, cool.
And here we are at Andy Warhol. So I mean, of icon, I mean, he is the iconic of iconic for pop art. You know, when you see this, you're like, oh, where have I seen this before? But you
Yeah.
may not have realized is that you were looking at something that was inspired by Andy Warhol. And it's this repetition, again, celebrities, consumer goods. So here's just one example. And then
Okay.
there's your consumerism, the repeating patterns, that kind of thing.
Okay. Interesting.
Mhm.
Okay. More repeating patterns and consumerism.
Yep.
And
Yep.
the colors too.
Yep. Now, I don't know if this was Andy Warhol inspired or Andy Warhol creation, but definitely, you're definitely feeling that pop art influence in this image.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And there is the man himself. And when I saw this image, I'm like, oh yeah, that completely makes sense to me. So, anyway, and again, I don't know if this is a self-portrait or somebody did this just to say, hey, if it looks like this guy probably did it.
Yes. Yeah. It's cool. I like it.
So if Andy Warhol was one of the iconic looks, then Roy Lichtenstein is going to be the other one with these
Okay.
comic book style halftone dots, and speech bubbles. And this image just has it all.
So this is considered pop art too, then?
Yes, it is. Yeah.
Okay.
So if you're seeing any kind of comics, with
Very,
again,
very cartoony. Yeah.
yeah, and these halftone dots. I don't know if you can see my pointer here.
Oh, yes.
Space. That's your halftone dots. So you have some in the corner up here in the picture, and then some on the side. And
Yeah.
that's very iconic. Oops, I don't know why it keeps doing that. Here's another one.
Okay, more comic booky stuff. This doesn't seem as bright to me or bold.
Right.
Yeah, I wouldn't. No, I didn't realize. I didn't realize this was pop art.
Mm-hmm.
Thought this would be something different. So, but that's
So
cool.
the picture of the table that I sent you earlier, were you wondering where I was going with that as being pop art?
Oh, I don't know. I didn't see it. Sorry.
So I sent it to Crystal.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I don't know if the one with the teeth.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Very
I was.
cartoony.
Well, yeah, I know it's your Dracula, crush.
Blood. Blood.
So in this image, again, it's those halftone dots that make this image pop art. You're not seeing the consumerism though here, but you are seeing those lines and that kind of thing. So
Okay.
then there's Eduardo Paluzzi. I might say that wrong. Paluzzi. And these again are collages. You got some consumerism here with the clock, and then you've got the Easter Island head and the robots and the Marilyn Monroe. Those are the the iconic faces.
Yeah.
Superhero down here.
Oh yeah, I see all kinds, almost like a jukebox or something shape in the background. That's really interesting for me to look at. There's a lot of like little different hidden Easter eggs in there.
Yeah, yeah. Even the Easter Island Easter eggs.
Gretchen said she hasn't seen one in person in a long time. Honestly, they look like prints, even when viewing the painted originals. That's interesting.
They just remind me of growing up in the early 60s. Like everything had to be some kind of collage-y, geometric thing, Anyway.
Yeah. Dare I say hippie? It
Yeah, I know, right? That's what it reminds me of. Like
I was going to dress like one tonight, but I was too tired.
some kind of LSD trip. I don't know. What do you think?
Headband.
And here's another one. I don't find this interesting or attractive in any way, shape, or form, but art is art, right?
Oh gosh. Ooh, it's kind of creepy. What's that face? Ooh.
Chimp or something. Isn't it the space chimp or something? Like the 50s and 60s, you had all that space influence.
Yeah, that's true.
And even on some of the earlier works, you saw that influence, different works. So yeah, I'm glad we left this in history where it belongs. Okay, and then Tom Wesselman. These are your bold, flat colors, your everyday objects, your cigarettes, your Italian dressing. And
corn on the cob.
Yeah. But one of the things that they pulled out of this one was the flatness and the geographic shapes, just very flat. There's not shading or anything. And so that was another thing that made it more pop arty.
To me, it looks like a grocery store sale ad.
Yes.
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 But when you
Where,
think about
where would you hang that in your house, and why would you?
it, again, this is 1950s, 1960s, stick it to the man, you know, where they had the snooty abstract expressionism where they're saying, oh, you have to know, darling, how to interpret this painting. And they were like, no, we want to show everyday, you know, objects that people can relate to. And so this was their answer to that. Now, whether, you know, it was culture that time, you know, we're like, yeah, we're done with this scribbling on paper and calling it art.
Oh gosh.
So here's another one, and very dated, obviously.
Yeah, another sale ad, except for, I mean, I don't know where the airplane's in there.
Yeah. Again.
This one, I kind of like this one though. I gotta admit it. I actually really like this one just because I like the vintage advertisement on there. I think that's really cool.
Yeah. So one man's groceries is another man's art.
Oh gosh.
All right. So why did we call it pop art? Because of popular culture. And they were, you know, again, that consumerism. They wanted to pull things into art that people could relate to. So that is why they called it pop art.
Okay.
All right. So what makes pop art pop art? Well, it's that visual language. And, you know, when we're speaking about bold, flat primary colors, where did we see that in our pop quiz?
Oh. Number 6, I know.
Yep. So that's a good example of bold primary colors, flat.
Yes. Yep, and that's what Gretchen said, the last one, yeah.
Yeah. Thick black outlines.
Okay.
And we saw that in number 6, but then didn't we also see that in number 1 and number 3?
Yes.
The couch had some, and if you remember, the tops of those tables kind of had that black outline.
Yes.
Okay, so that's where that came in. And then, you know, the words graffiti also had black outlines. So we saw that. The halftone dots, I think they were on the couch, possibly.
Okay.
Oh, and those black outlines, we did kind of see that a little bit with the suitcase, if you recall. So,
Yeah,
no,
that suitcase table had the black and white and the red.
Yep. So then you had repetition, which is a and the geographic shapes. I think everything had some geographic. Your speech bubbles or your text burst. We saw that with the graffiti style, and we also saw it with the first one with the couch and the third one where the 2 tables that had the hearts and stuff on it. So we've seen these patterns in some of the images that we saw in the first slide. And then repetition, definitely on number 1, we saw that. And then the high contrast, we saw that, I think, in everything except the 5th one, which was the cat image, the steampunk cat. So, you know, what makes pop art? Some of those are examples of some of the things we saw.
Does it have to have all of that or just some of that to be considered?
Just some.
Okay.
But we'll get into some of that. So then referring back to not just the images that you know we saw in the pop quiz, but also some of the images that we saw. What makes pop art? You know, some of our iconic, or the father of pop art. Some of those images, like we saw ads in. Obviously, we saw ads in the first pop art example, but Andy Warhol we saw some of the ads. Who does the comics again?
Oh, I can't remember. I can't remember.
Hallelujah.
Lichinson was
Oh,
the Lichinson was a comic. Yeah.
You had the L part right.
And pretty much of all those examples, except for Hamilton, the first one, they did use a lot of celebrities
Okay.
and logos.
Okay.
I
Yeah,
think
like a lot of
yes.
the Marilyn Monroe. I almost
Mhm.
said Marilyn Manson.
Yep.
Marilyn
I'm sure
Monroe.
he's got some pop art out there made on him.
It's possible.
So we saw that mass-produced goods. What was one mass-produced good that people saw? Let's get this online, if we can get an answer really quick. What's one mass-produced?
What
I know
object?
which one.
Yeah. What do we got?
Cigarettes. Cigarettes.
Did we get an online response?
I don't see one yet.
Okay. But you're right. Cigarettes was in more than one.
Gretchen's got one. Soda.
Yeah. Yep.
Mhm.
TVs, a million Campbell Soups cans.
Yeah.
So they used a lot of the mass-produced goods, and then of course, the pop culture icons, which I think we talked about some of those, like the space age stuff. So anyway,
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
all right.
Oh.
Another thing that makes pop art is that it has a printed, not a painted look. And so here's all of these images that I posted up here. I think this was probably a pop art collage of pop art.
Yes. There's a lot of, I'm trying to look through this to see if I recognize anybody. I don't think I mean, I do think I see a couple Marilyn Monroe's.
Andy Warhol's like right in the middle. All of
Yep.
those are on
Okay.
the bottom. You got Michael Jackson. So obviously this wasn't done by a pop artist, from the 50s or 60s. I'm sure
Yeah, I think I see JFK.
that's a very, and then Marilyn Monroe, kind of on the bottom. This looks like Barbie down here. Anyway, so this, again, these are, with the exception of maybe that Firestone, that looks a little shaded, not flat to me. That looks a little more 3D, but
Yeah.
if it's an ad, they cut pictures of ads too, and they pasted them in. So anyway, but definitely not the painted expressionism that we saw in the beginning. It's just completely different art. Okay, next slide. What pop art isn't? Well, it's not whimsical fantasy, so that means that number 5 is definitely.
No. I think we knew that one, though. I think everybody got that one right.
Not steampunk, which, let's I have an example of that here.
Yeah.
A storybook illustration.
Mm-hmm.
You might have a painting, but it's not going to be shaded, extremely shaded.
Yeah.
Mixed media. So, I want to say 2020 and beyond, we definitely are seeing a lot of that mixed media collage, and that is definitely not pop art. Although it's popular art for the day, it's not popular art, stick it to the man from 1950s and 60s.
Yeah.
So, collage can mean different things, but it's just definitely not mixed media.
Okay.
Character-driven scenes, not that. It says not bright colors equaling pop art. So
anything not
Yeah.
right. So
Then-
muted.
So primary colors are good, but bright, I guess,
Bright pink.
bright fluorescence would not be pop art.
Okay.
Primary, yes. Maybe fluorescence, not.
Okay.
Not graffiti. That has a different roots and different visual language.
Okay.
So, okay. And so how that would translate to furniture. If you're going to do furniture that has pop art or a pop art inspired furniture, probably going to need those, what do they call them? Half dots, I always forget. Anyway,
Yeah.
the half dots. Yeah. You're going to use those. You're going to use burst. You're going to use graphic outlines. You'll have flat color blockings, comic style shadows, like with the airplane image. Well, who did that? Lichtenstein, I think. See the comic one? Yes. With the plane and all that.
Mm-hmm.
You'll also, the Marilyn Monroe images, I think those kind of had those offset comic style shadows as well.
Yeah.
Speech bubbles or text, obviously. Repeating motifs like Coca-Cola or
Campbell soup.
Campbell Soup's another one.
Yeah.
And then pop culture imagery. So these are legally safe versions. I don't know.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Because you don't want to take
You're right.
things that are copyrighted,
Yeah.
and that could get you in trouble.
Yeah.
If it's art for your house and you're not, reproducing whatever, mass selling. Okay. So here's just a pop art checklist to make sure that you are on the right path if you're going to incorporate your pop art into, or you're going to make your furniture pop art and you want to make sure you're coloring within the lines. Does it look like a comic panel? That would be, one direction you might take. Are the colors bold and flat? Are the outlines thick and graphic? Is there a pop or art culture reference? So, you have to use those examples of the icons of pop art.
Okay.
And then, those cultural references, they wanted references to things that people saw every day that they were relating to, And then does it feel printed and not painted? So if you're going to paint your furniture, you're going to have to make the pretty clean. It can't be, I'm trying to think, farmhouse chippy paint. This is not going to work.
Yeah.
Gotta be flat. Gotta be flat.
Yep. Okay. So I'm going to go back to our images. So if you pull up your memory bank or your sheet, and you'll look here at the first image, or some of you said, yes, it was pop art, or no, it wasn't. And of course, I had to get my buddy CP to help me out with the answers.
Oh, yes.
So this image does have pop art traits clearly present. This image is one that was created by these two ladies. They're on Grey Gardens design. And I'm going to say that again, like gray, like a gray goose, and then Gardens with an S design. And they paint some pretty amazing things. So for this one, they did get the comic style graphics. So you guys can see that, right?
Huh?
Like
Yep.
on the seat, maybe on the lower seat.
Yep. I see the Campbell soup. I
Mhm.
see little signs like warning signs and a one-way sign, and the little bombs are cute.
Yep. And then bold primary colors. And this is where I think they kind of lost it. Because remember, it's primary colors like
Yeah.
red, green,
Yeah.
blue,
Mhm.
and they have used fluorescence. So even though AI didn't pick up on that, if we're supposed to be having primary colors, They do have some, but they also have a lot of fluorescence.
Okay.
Do you see the black outlines in this?
Yes.
Okay.
They're not really, it's not really bold. Are they
Mhm.
bold enough? I don't know.
Yeah.
Now I'm not so sure of my answer. You
Well,
have me questioning my answer.
this one is a yes.
Okay.
Yes. Yep. But
Yeah.
you can see those halftone retro dots on the left side of the back seat cushion there. You can see some of them there, and then your black outline designs. I mean, you can see that. I think you can see my pointer down here with
Mhm.
now the seat right here. You can see how they have the comic outlines here.
Yeah.
And then kind of up in here too. And then
Yeah.
everything, of course, black outline is real thick. And,
Mhm.
anyway, let's see what else. Mass culture reference. I think Crystal hit on some of that earlier. This
Mhm.
Campbell soup here. So some of this. And then your speech bubbles, of course, you've got POW.
Yep.
And then I can't read this. Oh, this is a bottle of perfume or alcohol.
Okay.
Here you've got like a speech bubble here. So anyway, so
And I see the dots. I see the half dots up there.
yep, up in here, yep.
Yep.
So this one is a definite yes, even though it has the fluorescence in it. It has all of the other characteristics. So this is a
Okay.
yes. So if you
Gretchen called it contemporary pop art.
oh, yep, I would definitely agree with that one.
Yeah.
Okay, so graffiti. I think some of you said yes, some said no, and the answer is going to be no. This is not pop art, and why it isn't? Yes, graffiti style. It isn't pop art. It's a different genre.
Okay. I got it right. Gold star.
For everything that the last image was pop art, makes this not pop art. There's no references to mass culture imagery. It's kind of shaded. It does have the black lines though, but this is a different genre.
Yeah.
Okay, so this one's going to be a yes and a no.
Gretchen got it right. She said maybe.
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 Yes. So, I mean, you guys are starting to get it though. You're seeing the high contrast.
Lavon.
Yes. So it's got the fluorescent colors in there, so that's probably the no part of it, right?
Yep.
Okay.
It's got a graffiti influence on it, is what is kind of the way that it's being described. And I think that the fluorescents are not. It might be modern pop art, but it's definitely not those primary colors.
Okay.
But it's got the iconic comics. It's got the speech bubble in a way. On the top, it does have more. Again, it's more fluorescent, but it could be considered, contemporary pop art. I could buy that.
Yeah. Okay.
So here is the next image. And I think everybody pretty much knows that this is not pop art. And although it is beautiful, this is very well done. It just does not fit the genre. And the colors aren't bold. There's not outlines. This is more of a purple pastel.
Yeah. This is more whimsical-ish to me too.
Yep. Steampunk fantasy.
Steampunky, kind of industrial-ish. Yeah.
Yep.
Steampunk for sure.
Yep. But if you were just going on the pure definition of pop art, popular art for this period in time, 2025, 2026, this is very popular, but it doesn't fit the definition of that iconic 1950s, 1960s pop art. And I think that when you're talking about these, intention really matters. So, all right. So this one, you know, it grabs you with those bold outlines, but again, it lacks the primary colors.
Yeah.
So this is a no.
Yeah.
This is more that storybook inspired.
Okay.
And although somebody might argue that the image here is kind of a comic, it's not comic book comic. So, you know, this one was picked to kind of throw you guys.
Yeah.
To-
A couple of them threw us. That's for sure.
okay. Any questions on this one? We're good so far?
I think so.
Okay, here's our last one. This one. After everything we learned about primary colors, bold outlines, sort of collage-y, and where, if anybody remembers, which artist was the one that kind of had this style?
Warhol.
No, Warhol is the Marilyn Monroe. This one was the first one. This was Hamilton from the UK.
Okay.
You know the one that looked like the Partridge Family bus?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yes. Uh-huh.
So this one is and I have it right here.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
So when I saw this image, immediately I was thinking Partridge Family bus first up. And the second thing I was thinking was that I've seen this image before and I dug it up and I put it in here as one of those things again that you think that this is pop art, but it isn't pop art, even though it has those grid lines and the primary colors and it has the geographic layout. It still misses some of those cultural references. So it is not considered pop art.
This is not pop art?
No. Yeah, that's what I said.
Ah!
I got it right. Oh.
Yep. And given that it checks almost all the boxes, it still didn't have that that cultural reference, which again, I don't know in Hamilton's collage art design, that chair, you know, is that some kind of reference to cultural? I don't know. To me, when I think of pop art, I do not think of Hamilton's work as being pop art.
Yeah.
But he did kind of start that style. And then, of course, you know, it branched off when it, you know, the U.S. kind of adopted and went forward with that. But anyway.
Slap sticker of Hello Kitty on the top and bam.
I know, right? And you know, and so I was like, why is this not pop art? I do not understand. And so I actually fed that back in to CP and I said, why isn't this pop art? And this was the answer that I got. So just because it has bold colors doesn't make it pop art. And Hamilton's work includes objects, references, and collage logic, whatever that is. And this is a Mondrain style. I guess that's how you say that.
Okay.
Those are abstract, and Hamilton's style flips are cultural. So again, I'm going to go back to saying what I started saying in the beginning is that these guys were artists that wanted to stick it to the man. So, you know, so they use cultural influence.
Okay.
You know, they were trying to say everyday things in art. Now, again, you could argue that Hamilton's stuff isn't, but everything after him, like the two iconic, Warhol and Lichtenstein. Oh gosh, what is that guy's name? Lichtenstein. Those two definitely took it to the next level. So, all right. So that ends everything I have to say about pop art. And the next thing I want to say is you knew it was coming. You had to know. that we're going to do a pop art furniture flip challenge. So now that you have the rules of engagement, this ought to be a piece of cake.
Yes. Well, I don't know. That last one threw me for a loop.
Yep. So all of your plans just went out the window. I know.
Yeah. I feel like, I don't know. I was so sure of myself, and now I'm a little bit more confused.
Yeah.
So this challenge is created and brainstormed by Mara, but it's going to be a playlist through the Flippin' Bunch, like a Flippin' Bunch challenge. Did you say there were prizes for this one?
I did. So let's go through the rules. All right.
I mean, I don't think any of us can, get the prizes because we're a member of the Flippin' Bunch. So that means that there's a lot of open space. So you guys better get thinking about what you want to make.
Yep. And so, so I guess we'll be participating and you can vote on us, but obviously we're going to have to take the fifth runner up or whatever, because we won't be in it. I mean, we'll be participants, but if somebody votes on us, that would be nice, but you got to be voting on everybody else, I guess. I didn't think about that. So anyway, this is going to be a furniture flip challenge, not an art decor challenge. So we're not going to be doing decor pieces. This will be pure furniture. And of course, as always, you're going to put Flippin' Bunch in your video somewhere, and your title and your description. Just, mention your host, and then we'll have our playlist up, so you can post it to the playlist by the 18th. We're going to run this for a week. So the sooner you get, if you don't have your project done on the 18th, you can post it later. But, typically people are viewing right there on the 18th and 19th. And then after that, the playlist doesn't get as much action. So the motivation is, of course, to get it on as soon as you can. And then the winner will be chosen by the viewer vote. And we are going to try to figure out a way for the viewers to vote using like right there on the playlist. And Crystal, you might have more information than I do on that one.
I think I know how to do it, but I can always ask Levon.
Yeah,
We'll figure it out.
Okay. Yeah.
It does allow you to do it. Just follow whatever the prompts, say.
Yeah. Yep. And then we will get the final ruling on the Flippin' Bunch. And of course, we'll send it out in Flippin' Fab YouTubers and all of our private channels as well. So the winner will be announced on the 29th. So that'll give us time to get the votes in and calculated. And then the pop art prize will just be a $50 gift card. I limited it to U.S. residents only because I didn't know if I was going to be able to mail it to other places, how that, would be more complicated. I imagine if somebody wrote in and said, I'm from, Canada, and it's pretty easy, just put a stamp on it. Here's the address. Then, then I would consider that. So anyway, I wasn't sure about the mailing. I didn't want to get too crazy, but
Yeah.
if somebody resolves that for me, I'll be glad to send it.
Okay. Is there a way to send it digitally? I don't know.
I'm not sure on that one. I was just planning to mail it. So anyway, so that is our rules. And of course, the challenge is to take your furniture and give it a pop art spin.
Yes.
And I would love to see some, new challengers. That would be so much fun.
Participants. Yeah.
Yep. So, and with that, I'm going to end our sharing so we can get back to our channel, hopefully. There.
Yeah, that's kind of really a difficult thing to find something that you really want to put on furniture and create a pop art piece when you really, really think about it. It really is. In my book,
Yep.
I mean, I've come up with an idea already. I'll send it to you after we go off. I'll send it to the expansion pack. I started with Chat GPT, and that was a challenge with trying to get things where I wanted them to in a pop art way. And they said it was pop art, so I guess we'll see. I said, put this in a pop art way for me. So I guess that's one way. If you got on Chat GPT, you can come up with the design and just tell them to make it look like pop art, and it'll do it for you.
Yeah. So what, and what I'm going to say on that is, the 1950s and 60s pop art, and then we have like contemporary pop art using those iconic ideas. But let's face it, we're in 2026. So, for things that are like Grey Gardens designs, and I would encourage you to go out there and look at some of their works. At the end of the day, if it's kind of pop art looky, it's going to be what the audience thinks is the best,
Right.
So we're probably going to have, if depending on how the voting goes, I mean, we may have some of us that have considerable points and maybe not, but we just won't count. Ours won't count toward the pop art prize. So, but it might count for points. I don't know. We'll see. I know what I'm making, and it could either be, the most fantastic or because I'm not, necessarily a painter. So we'll see how it goes.
Yeah. Gretchen said her son is talking about wanting to buy dorm room furniture for his room, and she thinks that would be perfect for this.
Oh, yeah. She's got a plan. She's getting a plan together.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
She's sensing anime with those half-inked dots. There you go. I used to call anime anime or something like that, and the kids would laugh at me.
Yeah. Well, prior to this, my plan was to do, an anime-inspired piece, but after doing all this, I was like, I better rethink that.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
So, I have to say again that Grey Gardens Designs is definitely, they are the
beautiful pieces, but it's just their name, Grey Gardens. You would think they would have a different kind of a name, because I don't really think they paint too much gray furniture, do they?
Well, actually, yes.
Oh, they do. Okay, all right. Maybe that's how they started out, and they kind of morphed into,
very gothic. They have a very gothic piece. I was looking at that, and I was just mesmerized. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm in love. So anyway.
Gotcha.
But then that speaks to that modern industrial sort of stuff too for me.
Yeah.
So that is something that I really like.
Right. Well, I know Levon said she's bummed her computer was acting up on her, so we're sad she wasn't able to, get on today, but it's okay. We still love you, Levon.
Okay. So in wrapping this up, I hope everybody had a cultural experience, and now we know about sticking it to the man. I'm going to have to use that in my video when I do. There's a couple of challenges, I think, coming up. Am I right? Yes, I am right.
Yes.
There's one in March.
Yes, that is the Embellishments Challenge, and that one is hosted by me and Levon. That's the next Unique Antique Challenge. That one is due on March 28th, 2026. And just embellish your piece however you want to embellish it, how much you want to embellish it. Molds, decoupage paper, stencils, all that good stuff. You can add lots if you want, or just a little if you want. It's up to you.
And then after that one will be the Pop Art Challenge. That will be 18 April. And is there any other challenge I'm not aware of?
I don't think so. Unless we come up with something real quick.
No.
Oh.
Tall order.
I know. I think you've hit your quota though, right? for at least for the month, right, Mara? Because I know you put a lot of work into this, and thank you. It's really exciting. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah. Yeah. Me too.
Yeah. So thank you for doing all that. That's really nice.
Definitely learned a lot doing this. So
Yes, me too. I learned so much. Thank you so much. I mean, a lot of stuff I had no idea, like the consumerism. I had no idea that was part of pop art. And yeah, and the fluorescent colors too. That was new to me as well.
okay. I think we're going to try to end it on time tonight. So
Hey, yes.
we will see everybody back here next week. And I'm not sure, do you have something lined up next week, Dara?
Who's next? Who's next?
I think Crystal's up next.
Okay. It's me. Okay. I'm probably
I'll look at that again because we have a guest coming on the 25th, and
Okay.
that's Dawn from Shabby Meets Bling. And she does a lot of smalls, but she does furniture as well. And I call her the smalls maximalist. She's quite interesting. And she does have a really great artistic background in what she does. And she's another one that uses Canva a lot and will sell some of her designs that she creates on Canva.
Yeah. She has such a crazy imagination. I can't figure out how she, thinks to turn that into this. It's crazy. Sometimes I watch her videos. I'm like, what? I never would have thought to do that. So yeah, she's really good. I love watching her. So yeah, she's got some good.
She'll be a lot of fun.
Yeah, she's got a fun personality too.
So if anybody has any ideas out there for some shows, send us an email or a text to our phone number, and we'll try to bring something around.
Yes, absolutely. Okay.
We will see you next week.
Thank you.
Bye, guys.
Bye. See ya.
Yeah, Levon's gone, and I'm not sure how to end this. So
Okay, there should be a button up there in the corner. Do you see it?
It says end stream.
Okay, now we're leaving. Bye.